folk rock, somewhere between Florence and the Machine and Fleetwood Mac, and a bit of Mumford & Sons in there. I'm Julia. I am a singer and a vocalist. We help arrange, so Andrew comes bringing the sort of song idea, and honestly they're mostly fully formed by the time he brings them to us. And then really, myself, Flo, Aidan, we are part of the process to arrange the song. So Andrew will start playing the song, the idea, and we'll just start experimenting, basically, bringing in different melodies, different rhythms, different ideas for what we're hearing the soundscape of the song to be.
They say that love is true and long, its path can be held in the words of a song. They say that everything you know gets shifted and twisted and turned around. Tell me, are you ready to dance tonight till the sun comes up in the sky? Tell me, are you ready to hold me tight till the morning light? Ready to step out onto our paths once again.
Andrew has this phrase that is, we don't leave until we're smiling. And I think what that means is there's a moment in every arrangement of each song where we really lock in to the vibe of the song. We find the soundscape that it needs to be. And we start smiling because we find that vibe, we find that flow. And it starts to lock in all of our different sounds. We often talk about each of us having a number of bullets that we can fire in a song. So, for example, Aidan might have a particular rhythm that he can do in one of the verses, but then he can shift up the rhythm for the chorus or find a different flow. Flo might find, a really legato, smooth melody on the violin, but then also have some like really sharp hit staccato melody. And these are all different bullets that we can fire, and it's about finding the right bullet for the right time in the right place of the song. And once all those bullets kind of land and form, then we all sort of lock in and go, oh, that's it, that's the sound, that's the completion of the song. I think the audiences hopefully start to sense that flow that we find as a team, as a band, and hopefully they start to connect with the layering that we do in the songs. So often these songs, not all of them, but often they'll start sort of more stripped back and more considered, and then gradually these different bullets get fired throughout the song. And it just makes it more interesting for the listener as well, whether they're listening live at one of our shows or whether they're listening to our recorded tracks. If you've got the ear, you'll just start hearing all these different bullets come in from different directions and different instruments, and it just makes it more interesting to listen to. Doing different shows for different audiences is always going to impact how you play as a band and what you bring to that audience. There is an element of, I think, for any musician or any artist, that you can try to connect with who you're playing for, and once you know who that is and what they're hoping to get out of it, you start to offer them, it's a bit of a two-way conversation in a way, hopefully. So I think if we were going in to do corporate settings, we always tailor to that, we tailor to who we're playing for. And Andrew has come up with such a unique concept for a show, this interweaving of these sort of TED Talk style little snippets of neurobiology intersected with music and song and lyric and melody. I just don't really know of anyone doing that. It's such a unique offering. So I think that is a refreshing thing for any audience to hear and to be a part of. I love being in the band. It started out in such a funny way. I think Andrew might have said that Andrew first initially contacted myself and Flo. We didn't know each other before this, so he contacted us individually. And I think both of us initially were like, is this real? Is this actually something legitimate? Because as a musician, you get so many inquiries, and some of them are legitimate and some of them are just not. Thanks to the internet, it's not always reliable. And so Andrew's inquiry came in, and I think we were, we just sort of, we both individually sort of replied to him and just sort of was gauging the water, testing it out. And then, we all came together, myself, Flo and Andrew, the first time we got together. We just went to his studio and we were just starting to jam and hear some of his songs and start to hear some of his vision for where it was going and what it was going to be. And I think both for myself and Flo, we started to think, oh, this is interesting, this is different, and it is legit, and it is actually, there's a plan here and there's a vision here. And then the last year, it's just been a process of getting to know each other, becoming friends with each other, and learning how to play with one another, learning the sound of our music as a group. Flo knew Aidan, so she was able to bring Aidan into the mix, and slowly the puzzle pieces have come together to make us what we are now. And it's just a joy. It's a joy to play this style of music, to get to sing this style of music. As a vocalist, I get to sing a huge variety of genres of music, which is great. I love variety. But this style and genre is not one that I get to do often. So it's really amazing to have an excuse to be in an environment where we're playing this sort of folk rock, you know, somewhere between Florence and the Machine and Fleetwood Mac, and a bit of Mumford & Sons in there, and a bit of Bruce Springsteen in there. You know, it's an eclectic mix, and it's just a joy to get to be a part of it.
Do you not be I've got the clipboard, I don't have
testimonial there.
Yeah. It's just like you've been playing together for years. Oh my gosh.
You guys are amazing.
You guys are amazing. I'm not like your biggest fan.
You're super good.
You're so big. Wow. Oh my gosh, wow.